Are you suffering at work? Do you wake up and you have that heavy feeling in your chest? Already you're dreading the day that's ahead of you. Do you wake up and you feel that you just don't want to go through another day at a place where you hate? And we spend a lot of time at work. Maybe you feel trapped and you're in a job that just drains you. It surrounds you with negativity. You could be wiped out from the pressure of the job. Whatever it looks like for you, today's video will help you understand why you're suffering at work and, more importantly, how to end that suffering right now. Well, welcome to Presence Without Practice, where we help you find lasting peace through presence, fast and easily, too. If this message resonates with you, just take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps us reach more people. And before we dive in, don't forget to grab your free 5-minute HypnoPresence reset audio. It's a great way to quiet your mind and bring you back to presence anytime. And the link is waiting for you in the description down below. So most of us spend more hours at work than anywhere else. And for many, it's just not a place of joy. It's a place of tension. Maybe you work with people that you find difficult to tolerate, or maybe your boss is super demanding. Maybe your customer base is very rude, or your pay never seems to really be enough, or maybe your pay is just not fair compared to others and you pull a lot of the load, whatever. Some of you wake up and you feel that sinking feeling just before getting out of bed to go to work. Sometimes the night before, you're like, oh man, my day off's over. I got to get back in that place. Well, it's easy to think the job is the problem, but what it actually is might surprise you. The thing that's making you suffer, it's actually your mind's resistance to the job. Why do you suffer at work? Well, you might notice that when you're doing something you dislike, your mind is just full of thoughts that I shouldn't be treated like this. I don't deserve this. I deserve more. These are thoughts that just run on a loop. They create tension in your body, and then that just perpetuates more thinking and more of your mind interjecting a resistance to the situation. By accepting, you take the drama out of it all, and you can make decisions about that job based on logic, based on reason, and without drama. So try this instead. The next time you feel frustrated at work, just don't argue with the situation in your head. Instead, just stop and notice your body. Feel the feeling that you have with your feet on the ground. Notice that feeling. Notice the fact that you're breathing. Notice your breath coming in and out. You don't have to change how you're breathing. Just notice that feeling. Maybe you just notice your hands resting wherever they are. Maybe you notice the feeling of water going across your hands as you're washing them, getting ready for work. For just a second, let go of all of the thoughts that your mind is filling you with about this shouldn't be happening, and allow what is happening to just be. Don't be in resistance to this moment now. In that space, something shifts. You start to see that the noise in your mind isn't who you are. You are actually the awareness of that noise. And the moment you become present, your suffering lessens. Even if nothing else changes in the situation. Presence doesn't mean you have to stay in a bad situation or stay stuck. Being present doesn't mean that, you have some obligation to just suck up the frustration or a bad situation. You don't have to do that. You can absolutely decide to leave your job. You can change careers, you can set boundaries, you can do it from a place of clarity, though, rather than emotion. And that's where you can really invoke your wisdom. You're dropping all of the other veils of things that you're thinking and blame and frustration, all that stuff goes away. And now you can look at the situation without drama and you can make a decision that is logical, that makes sense, that's well reasoned, and that's wise. So presence allows you to see things clearly without that emotional storm. Maybe you're working hours that keep you from your family, and that's not good. Maybe you stand all day and that's hard on your body, and you decide you don't want to keep abusing yourself like that. Or maybe your employer just cuts corners on safety and you don't want to be around that. You can make decisions from logic, from peace, and self respect, not from anger or fear. When you act from presence, it's actually really powerful. What about when you can't leave? Well, sometimes you just can't change the situation, at least right now. Maybe you need the income. Maybe you're caring for family and you just can't walk away. You need the health insurance. Sometimes all of the options are just taken away, period. You just can't make a decision to change. I know that personally, and as many of you know that follow me on on this channel and have seen my videos, I spent time in a federal prison. And when you're in that situation, there's no leaving. I couldn't quit, I couldn't walk out, and I certainly couldn't pretend like it was something else. When I accepted that, though, something unexpected happened. Peace actually arose in prison, believe it or not. Even there, in a place just built on punishment, separation from the world, I found moments of stillness and understanding and even wisdom. Whether you're in a cubicle, behind a counter, or in a situation that feels like you're trapped, the truth is the same. You suffer not because of what's happening, but because you're resisting what's happening. When you stop fighting the moment, you stop feeding the suffering. You still take action when needed, but you act from peace, not pain. And that's the difference, really, between a reactive life and a conscious one. Why does presence matter? Well, presence isn't a technique, it's your natural state, frankly. When you're not lost in thought, you are, as I said, not your thinking mind. You are the observer of that thinking mind. The mind is your tool, but we in our society follow our mind as though it is us, and it is not us. We are much, much more than that. Being present is the only place where peace really exists. That silence of presence is peace because you are in touch then with the only thing that never changes, and that is you at the core. The only thing that really does exist is each moment. Living in the now means you're not wasting your time by time that doesn't exist. Past and present don't exist. We help people to reconnect with that awareness and remember that peace isn't something you earn, it's actually something you return to. So if this video spoke to you, just take a moment right now and like this video, subscribe, share it with somebody who's struggling themselves with work. And don't forget to download the free 5-minute Hypnopresence Reset audio. And it's in the description down below the link. It's a great way to quiet your mind and just bring you back to presence anytime. You don't have to fix the world around you to stop suffering. You just have to stop fighting this moment. Accept each moment as though you chose it, or suffer. The choice is yours. I'm Dave, and this is Presence Without Practice. Be well